Welcome back, everybody. And the one viewer maybe that's watching this right now, welcome. We
One
appreciate
or
you.
two or 1.5.
Hey, we appreciate you regardless.
We do. We love you.
Our biggest fan. It's probably our wives. You're the OGs.
Hey, my grandkids might be.
No.
They might.
Maybe. We could hope. But welcome back, Two Dudes, One Mic. We came up with a name. Two Dudes, One Mic over here, just talking good old real estate. As you know, Stan, how you doing?
Good, brother. How you doing, Matt?
Not too shabby. We're here. Let's say something inappropriate. Today we're going to be talking about going over 2025 housing market. We got good old papers of overall market. We're going to talk about the overall year, then break it down to the different areas of what we saw price-wise, supply-wise, everything else going on like that.
Right. Yep.
And then we'll talk about what we personally noticed during the year, and then our predictions for 2026.
Yeah, but don't hold us to the predictions. That's exactly why they're called predictions.
It's our opinions at the end of the day.
That's right. But if we nail it, 2027, you know what to call.
Exactly right. But starting off here, just the big numbers over 2025. Sales went up 3.4% of units to 4,905 over the previous year. And towards the end of the year, we still ended up at 3.7% over units sold. The prices increased overall. The median sales price increased 4.5% to $548,497 over the last year. That's up 4.5%. That was for attached houses, and detached house prices went up 4.6% by the end of the year.
Just to clarify that, the attached houses are like townhomes, condos, and detached stuff is, single family residence. So,
and do you think, I don't really like median price of houses if we go off, because it's what's in the middle. I get it.
It is.
But you think that has a big effect? The median price rose still last year 4% because of new construction mainly.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the lack of inventory from resale houses. And of course, it depends on what area. We've talked about this a million times. Cooney County is a big county, and our MLS covers 5 counties.
Too many.
Yeah, too many, exactly. So we just, it depends.
Yep.
I mean, we could bore you to death and get hyper local on every single thing, and we'd lose you in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
speaking of which, new construction last year was up 8.1%, outpacing previously owned homes that only were up 4.5%. So that just shows us, we're still building new houses. They're still being bought. Still prices are going up, but it's people that have a house already who are living there that if they ain't got to move, they ain't moving right now.
Exactly, especially the ones that have a great interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. On average, the list to sales price ratio is how much are people getting from what they're asking. Was at 97.8% last year, which is still pretty good in my opinion. It all depends on where you're coming in at the market. A lot of old school agents, what we talk about, will list really high and then come down eventually at the end of the day. But if you time it right, if you price it right from the jump, you still could get even more, over 100%.
Yep.
But anything you want to cover on that page?
No, you knocked it out of the park, dude. That was really the big thing. And like you brushed on, the new construction is likely the reason why anything's moving forward right now, because the resale homes, people are complacent. I'm one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't plan on selling anytime soon unless just a phenomenal deal comes up. And even that, I got to really think about it because I love my interest rate.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you and a lot of other people around here, but
yeah.
Last year we had 8,075 new listings that came up on the market, and out of those 8,000, 4,869 closed throughout that year. Now what that shows us obviously is half of what came up on the market ended up selling, but it still means that a lot of those got transferred to this year as well. Probably
carry over.
Yep. That came up onto the market that still haven't sold. But that just shows us, even looking back 5 years, we've always had more listings that have what sold. It was always about half.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty standard, except for 2021, obviously, because that was the crazy time.
It was, for sure.
That was a crazy time.
Yep.
Anything you want to cover on that side?
No, I mean, if there was a way to share this information with you, and if you want the information, you can contact Matthew and he can send it to you. But I mean, it does break it down by the different sections of Kootenai County, and then we have a little bit of Bonner County in there, and Shoshone County, and so it's interesting. I think I'd love to just focus just on Kootenai.
Yeah.
But at the same time, to pull all that information, it kind of gets a little haywire.
I mean, it just shows, just going off the top 3 highest closed areas for last year.
Mhm.
Harrison area was almost 40% that they end up selling from the year before.
Right.
Exactly. Which
Yep.
is nuts. And they got Bonner South Central 28% up over 2024. And then the Rockford Windy Bay area 20% up.
Yeah.
It's not even Coeur d'Alene. It's not really Kootenai. Harrison is Kootenai, but
Yeah.
it just shows that everyone's going out further.
Yes.
That's where people are moving to.
And I've got a lot of friends that have been here a long time. I've been here a long time, and most of my friends, they do want to live in those rural areas. There was a time where it's like, there's no way in hell I want to live in Bonner County or Shoshone County or whatever. And now they're going over the hill and they're buying over there because they like, number one, they can get more for their money. And number two, there's still a lot of sprawl over there.
Yeah.
So you get that privacy and it's quiet, and Kootenai County's growing.
A lot of people I'm talking to that bought before COVID, before the craziness, I mean, their whole goal was to buy the first starter home to have that cash to get a little bit more space out in the what do you want to call it?
Out in the woods.
Out in the woods. Exactly. Get some more space, get some more out of the world. Yeah.
Rural.
And that's a lot of people I talk to, that's end up what they want to do, if it's just a dream or trying to make a reality at some point. I just feel like it's a lot of the conversations I have, especially on the younger side of families. They want a little bit of space. They don't want to live in a subdivision. A lot of them see it as their first starter home. They want to build that equity and get that money to be able to get some space.
Right. Just stair step their way up.
Yeah.
Yep. Makes sense.
And going to median sales price, as we said, it was up 4% from 2024. And the top 3 areas where it was up the most was Coeur d'Alene Rural East, which was up 32.5%. Then you just have Northwest Kootenai County, which is up 23%. We said that was Spirit Lake area, right?
Yeah.
That was a Spirit Lake
Spirit
area.
Lake, Twin Lakes,
Yep.
up there.
And then Benoit County was up 20%. So it just shows that the rural areas are getting more of the attention. The prices that they're are going up and that they're getting as well, which is crazy. I mean, everyone wants to move out into those areas. And
I'll tell you what the crazy part is. And you guys can't see this, but the median and the average sale price across the board, everything's up.
Mhm.
Everybody's talking about how the market is stagnant
Mhm.
or flat. And, like Matt just said, we've got over 30% increase in the Coeur d'Alene Rural East area and almost a 40% increase in the Chain Lakes Harrison area. I mean, that doesn't say flat to me. So, and on the low end of the things, Bonner West was 4.8% up. And over on the average sale price side, the lowest one on that was at Coeur d'Alene Urban.
Downtown.
Yeah, 7.6% increase. So, I mean, of course, geographically, we're in an area where people are moving to.
Yeah.
But like we were talking to before the podcast started, it's also the amount of supply we have to keep growing. It's slowly getting eaten up,
Yeah.
and someday it will be at a point where there's no more room for growth.
I mean,
So-
we'll talk about it when we get to the end, when we break down the different cities, but Spirit Lake is a prime example.
For sure.
Exactly what's going on over there, but we'll
Yep.
get into that a little bit later.
Yep.
Days on market are up a little bit, 3% up to 100 days, which seems like a long time, especially to me, coming from selling houses in Hawaii that sold in a week or two. Average days on market were 14 days. But even here during COVID in 2021, average days was 78 days.
Yep.
So still takes a little bit longer to sell out here, but I mean, that's pretty standard at the end of the day. 97 last year before that, 91 days. So it's up a little bit, but not by much, I would say.
For me,
Yeah.
In my 26 years of doing this, that's a healthy market.
Here.
I haven't sold in Hawaii, haven't sold in Nevada, nothing like that. I don't even sell in Washington. I sell right here in Idaho. And for me, I mean, 90 days on the market. And yes, Matthew is right that if you price it right, you'll probably be moving out in 30 days.
Yeah.
But realistically, for me, a 90-day time frame, not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's very healthy.
Yeah.
So
The next page kind of breaks it down for detached houses. So your single family houses is 97%. So it's 3 days less than just the overall average. And here's our new construction. I'm on the next page. Those average days.
okay, all right.
Total new construction homes sold in 2025, 1,075. I mean, we're just seeing new developments going on anywhere. There's one in my back door. I mean, I went up to appointment yesterday in Rathdrum. They're building everywhere in Rathdrum as well. It's getting gnarly. You're just seeing it everywhere.
I went to Old Town and there's a whole new Monogram Homes.
Yeah.
It's got a whole section of new houses, and then like, so that's kind of close to the river.
Yeah.
And then there's another road that goes kind of towards Newport a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're like all 1 acre parcels.
Yeah.
And there's several builders building over there in Old Town.
Yep.
So it's like, damn.
Well, we saw those. Are you talking about those waterfront ones, or is this a different ones?
No, this is completely different.
Yeah.
The waterfront. I saw those ones too. And that's a different builder too. I don't even know what builder that is. So, yeah.
And it just shows the top 3 areas that got the most new construction. In 2025, Rathdrum, Hayden, Post Falls. I mean, 43%, 31%, 28% new construction that came up in 2025, which is just showing us everything going on.
Again, if there's anybody that's watching this and interested in getting these sheets, reach out to Matthew for sure, because if you're looking to buy or looking to sell, or maybe a developer kind of thinking, I wouldn't mind picking up some lots to build, this is really a good telltale sign of where the buyers are raising their hand to go. Not to say there's not opportunity, in the smaller areas and more rural areas, but man alive, I mean, 43.3% in Rathdrum, Hauser. That's a lot. I don't care who you are. That's a lot.
There's a lot of houses coming up. Holy smokes. Price range review. I had nothing really to cover over this one because I don't like the price ranges that they have.
Yeah. And why is that? Why don't you like that?
Because it's such a it's a big gap. This price range review shows us the houses and the price ranges from $350 to $600. And comparing a $350,000 house to a median price house that we just went over at $548. I mean, that's a drastic difference in the condition, the quality, and everything of the property.
You're right.
And so it tells you numbers, but I don't think they're really relevant to show you what's going on.
No, I don't think so either. I think you're right. I just pulled up a house that I thought was a good deal at first because the price was at $350.
Yeah.
It was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. I'm like, well, that ain't gonna work.
Exactly right. And a lot of those we see, I feel like at $350, if you own the land, it might be even a manufactured home or a tiny 800 square foot shack, and you're like, well, that doesn't really compare to a 3-bed, 2-bath brand new home that was $550,000,
Yeah, exactly.
But now break it down into the little areas what we were talking about earlier. It shows us the change of total closed sales. What we want to talk about was Spirit Lake, Northwest Kootenai County was down negative 17.7%. Why is that, Stan? Why is Spirit Lake area down on 17% in
The
sales?
city of Spirit Lake has a sewer moratorium right now. They have no available hookups for their sewer system. They're working on improving it. The window for improving it is the next 3 to 5 years. So you can definitely buy a lot in the township of Spirit Lake, but you can't build on it unless, of course, it already has a grandfathered in sewer hookup. So, and those are few and far between.
Mm-hmm. And because of that restriction on supply, it drove up on the next page the price of those houses 24%, almost 23.6%, because of that lack of supply, because you can't connect to sewers. You can't make new developments out there. You can't build out there pretty much.
Yeah, there's a 3-acre piece that's like on, I think, New Hampshire Street or something. Like I was looking at it yesterday, and they've got it listed for like 300,000 or 325, something like that, which honestly for a 3-acre piece is a great buy. It's in the city limits, but you have to wait to have a sewer hookup to be able to develop it. So, I mean, it just, you know, spitballing, if you could get half-acre parcels out of it, you know, and get what, 6 lots for 300,000, that's a good deal. You know, your yield would be 6, and you'd be into those lots for 50 grand a piece. Then you have to throw in your hookups and impact fees. You're building you're putting sticks up for 100 grand per lot. But until that happens, I mean, you're just basically land banking it. You know, it's fine to give cash.
Exactly.
You don't care about it, but you know, in this world, you want to make some money on your cash. You don't want to just sit there and wait. In 3 to 5 years, it's not even a guaranteed they're going to have sewer.
Yeah.
That's their projection. Well, their projection 3 to 5 years ago was 3 to 5 years.
Good old
Trust me.
government. Government for you.
So yeah.
I mean, do you think that'd be a good long-term investment? So for someone who has that cash on the side, you think it could double or triple even whenever those hookups come up?
Especially if you're a developer builder and you're already in that market and you're already doing that, as long as that money you're not going to think about again.
Yeah.
Like you still have other cash to pick up other lots and just continue to do what you're doing. But if you're a small guy and you know that's your nut, not so much. I wouldn't do it.
Heard. And on the next page, we got the highest price changes, the highest appreciation from 2024 to 2025. The highest one was Coeur d'Alene Rural East at 32.5%. It's up from 2024 from 1,045,000 up to 1.385 million. I mean,
that's a jump.
Gnarly. 30%.
It's a jump. Once again, flat market. Just kidding. Yeah, that's a jump, baby.
And what would be the lowest one? Would be this 4.5 right here. Coeur d'Alene West, Rural West, down 4.5%, down from 1.45 to 1.38, which is the same as Coeur d'Alene East.
Yeah,
but still, they came down to the same price, but they had drastic differences on the side of going up and down.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, but you look at the numbers, they're pretty impressive for all the way across the board, honestly. I mean, even Shoshone County was up, and you know, that's where I grew up over in the Silver Valley. And man, I mean, I know that in my hometown of Mullen, houses are not sitting. I have a friend that's looking, you know, to do some flippers and stuff like that, and he was looking at some of the stuff in Mullen, and every time he'd pick a house out, it'd go pending. So that's amazing for that small town.
Yeah.
So,
any other numbers you want to go over here?
No, I noticed that Eastern Washington's down. It's one of the negatives. And I don't want to beat up Washington too bad, but they're just creating some problems.
100%, but which is so funny because we know a lot of people that are moving from Washington to here. A couple of my clients are doing the opposite of moving from here to Washington. Right. But hey, at the end of the day, it's what your family needs are and what you guys want to do.
Right.
And so politics at that point doesn't matter. But
it's still America.
Yep.
But it's interesting the decisions they're making over there on taxations, especially not just on property, but for the working class, on jobs.
Yeah.
So
they potentially could start having an income tax, from what I've heard, and they're proposing on top of everything else. There.
It's going to start in Seattle, from what I understand. There's a House bill that's out there right now to start in the Seattle area, but Olympia runs everything.
Yeah.
So if it starts in Seattle, it'll only take a matter of 6 to 8 months before it's the entire state.
100%. But what did you see for last year personally for your clients, the market wise? What did you see going on mainly in 2025?
Yeah, I didn't see really much change from 2024. I mean, in fact, 2024 I'd say was was probably a little bit more difficult because of the shock and awe of rates. I think what happened in 2025 was people settled in and were comfortable with what the rates were.
Yeah.
It took a while to digest it, to think about it. And it's like, well, you know what? Life goes on. We got to do something.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's still opportunities out there. I saw at least 6 or 7 really good flippers last year.
I mean, you guys even did a couple last year as well.
Yep. Yeah.
And so the opportunity is still there at the end of the day. I mean,
Yep.
More of what you guys are looking for, what people's motivation is at the end of the day.
It is.
It's not willy-nilly anymore.
Well, and I'll tell you, for buyers right now, I mean, there was, I think Scott Carr over at Caldwell Banker, great agent, good guy, just listed some houses over in Rathdrum, and that builder's offering like a $15,000 credit towards the buyers. So on a purchase, I mean, shit, there's deals out there. And once again, it's a new construction.
Yeah, exactly right. And so I feel like what I've seen, like you were saying, a lot of people for 2025 were content with waiting it out. You know, maybe they do want to get something smaller. Maybe they do want to do this, that, the third. But 2025 was more of a wait and see and what's going on.
Yes. Yep. You nailed it. You nailed it. I think people are done waiting and seeing now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we're going to see a very active market this year, regardless of rates. I mean, unless they go up to 14%, then that'd be a different deal.
Yeah, 100%.
Or we go into a war or
Yeah.
something like that. But I mean, people are tired of waiting.
Yeah.
They want to do something.
Exactly what was my thoughts. I mean, interest rates and everything is looking good. It's coming down. Not crazy. I mean, we're still hovering around 6 flat. I mean, we're pushing our 10-year arms that we're seeing at 4.9, which is fantastic. If people are comfortable with that, to go that route, I mean, 4.99% for a 10-year arm is not bad at all.
No, heck no. I mean, a lot happens in 10 years. And I honestly, I mean, normally I'm not a big adjustable rate guy. But in that scenario, especially right now, I think it'd be a good time to do it.
And so at the end of the day, it's everyone's motivation. I mean, I think in 2026, it's people are going to start getting antsy. Are they going to get antsy enough though? Like they're going to see probably a couple things, maybe think about making a move, and maybe they'll do it, maybe they won't, you know? So what are they going to get to replace it?
Yeah. Once again, say new construction. I mean, there's just good opportunity there. There's a lot of houses being built up in the Athol area and on acreage that are great buys. So you just have to get with the right realtor and start uncovering those things and figure out what your next step is for real.
Yeah.
So if it's a lateral move, then yeah, it may not be smart depending on what your current situation is with your interest rate. But if you're looking to move up and you've got equity, I'd say this is a great time to do it, because those rates, when they do settle down, we're going to see another probably 2021 where houses are not going to sit on the market, and then it'll force sellers and builders to raise the prices.
Yeah.
So, and that's really what happened in 2021.
Yeah. And I mean, me and you both talk to people all the time that bought in 2021 because it felt like they had to. It's not necessarily what they wanted or didn't check all the boxes entirely. And so now 5 years later, they're kind of upset with their purchase and want to end up liquidating, which I don't think is the best idea. You know, you want to buy a house, you want to stay there for a while, and it has what you need. It's a good long-term investment. I mean, buying out of FOMO and emotions, not a good idea. I mean, I've done it too. That was a house in Vegas that I lost my butt over. But
well, that's real estate, right? It goes up, goes down. You make moves. I mean, you guys wanted to move and get out of there, so yeah, and it worked. You're out of there.
Yep, exactly.
So
it all depends on what your needs are.
It does, 100%.
At the end of the day, and we're trying to be here to guide you as best as we can and find you exactly what you're looking for. Any closing thoughts?
No, I think you nailed it. I mean, it's just getting with an expert, figuring out your needs, your wants, desires, where you want to be in the next 2 to 5 years, and learning the area if you're not familiar with it, which we can totally help with that as well. And I think that's about it.
Thank you. Well, thank you everyone for being here. I think next week our lender is going to be here and give us a rundown more in depth of what they expect to see for next year for 2026 because they're on the lending side of things. See the numbers.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
That'll be really good.
A little breakdown on that end, but see you guys in the next one.
All right. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Good job, dude. It's nice.